I'm Raíssa, and I'm bringing you now a new podcast of the blog Softball Now. This Saturday morning, I think we have the hottest day here in Natal. The temperature is 31 degrees Celsius, but it really feels like 35 degrees Celsius. Hot, hot, hot. So we're going to talk about this idea that I read on an interview of an American political scientist called Mark Lilla. He wrote a book called The Shipwrecked Mind, and he says that all this conservative wave we are experiencing politically in the world now is we can blame it all on nostalgia because we have this feeling inside of us when we have all this rupture in politics, when we have all this turmoil. So we just want to look back and see the happy times we had in the past. So we believe that if we go back politically, then we can have happiness in our lives. And with this idea, he explains ISIS, he explains Donald Trump, he explains, for example, what is happening in Brazil too. He explains the Brexit. So I thought this idea is interesting because it's kind of that when we look back into the past, and as day by day this past goes this more distant from us, we have this tendency of just remembering the good things of the past. We forget about the bad times. I think it's marvelous that our mind works this way, because if we kept the bad things in mind forever, then we would be forever sad. That would be terrible. So, but this causes this nostalgia thing, and this idea that the past was better than the present, or this idea that the future is gonna change everything that we have now and everything that we have construct from past. So we now experience this. So of course this is Mark Lilla's idea, but we can see some truth on it. And I take this opportunity to talk about other kinds of nostalgia that we have. For example, I saw this week the news about one of the black fish, the whale, the killer whale that died and that have lived in the Orlando SeaWorld for 25 years. Tilikum, that was the name of this whale, and it was a male whale. I thought it was a female whale, but it was a male whale. That was the whale that killed a trainer a long time ago. And why do I feel this different about it? Because the first time that I went to the USA, it was 23 years ago, so I saw this whale at the SeaWorld. And last time that I went to the USA, it was last January, and I saw this whale again there. And now the whale is dead, so it kind of makes me feel sad for this idea that part of me is going away because of this memory that I have. So I believe we all experience this kind of things now and then. Another thing that made me feel this nostalgia thing is that, for example, today, very early in the morning, I went for a train ride. I have to confess that in my city, in Natal, I have never done something like that. It was the first time that I took a train here. We don't have trains that go through all the city. No, it's just part of the city, and it goes to small towns here in the state. We don't have trains that go to other states, that cross the country. I can't understand why, because Brazil is a very big country, and it would be very good idea that we had some trains around here, but we don't. So it was the first time that I took this train, and it took very long because it was almost 3 hours, I think, to have this round trip. But the price was something that I will never forget. It's remarkable. It's only 50 cents of real. So as I didn't step out of the train, I paid only one fare. So I paid only 50 cents to go and then return to the place where I started this trip. But I had this feeling because I could see some parts of the city that I haven't seen for a while. So it kind of got me back to my childhood when I used to go to some of these parts. And I understand this feeling that we had. But it was really hot. The train had the air conditioning, but it was not working properly. So it was really hot, and I have to confess that half of the trip I was praying that it would go faster than I thought it would be, because I was really hot. It was stuffy in there, and I was really happy when this trip ended. But it was a good experience as long as it was the first one. But it got me this feeling of nostalgia, because it was some places that I haven't been for a long while. And the other news of this week that I really got this feeling back of, oh, we are going back in time, is these interviews, these public sayings of Donald Trump, saying that he doesn't believe the Secret Service of the USA, and he believes Putin, Vladimir Putin, president of Russia. But this case, we go back in time in a different way. It's kind of, we are in a parallel universe, because if we go back to the times that we had the Cold War, it was the United States against the USSR. And now we have a different experience, I think. We have the Secret Service of the United States against Russia, and the President of the United States, because the President of the United States prefers to believe the President of Russia, and prefers to show his disbelief in his Secret Service. We can't imagine how things will develop from there. But if we think that the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, they were bad times about politics because of this Cold War, we will have a very different experience now. We don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but because we're going to have a country that the president thinks one way and the rest of the country thinks the other way. And hope he has the president of Russia as his best friend. So it's going to be a very different experience. So I don't know what kind of nostalgia we have from this. Maybe because we have all this idea of secret services again. I thought that James Bond's movies, they were so old, so in an era that we wouldn't live anymore. And out of nothing, it seems that all these movies, they make sense again. Everything is back. So, well, that's it, guys. I don't have much time really this morning to talk about it. I have to change the schedule, but I'm here doing this, so I have to keep my word with you. But if you want to join me tomorrow to talk about soccer in Portuguese, please tune in here at 10 o'clock. Then we'll talk about it. All right, you have a nice weekend. See you tomorrow or Friday at 7 to talk about other subjects in Portuguese, or maybe again on Saturday at 8:30. That's our schedule now, okay? See you there.